like it or not. For the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand.
Candleman Smith, pay attention. Listen very carefully to each word. Don't just hear them and look for a place to insert your counter-argument. Actually listen. I'm counting on you here, Candleman Smith. Do not disappoint the Puppet Master. I'd like to make it perfectly clear that I am not a licensed psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, nor do I hold any post-secondary degrees regarding the field of psychology whatsoever. In fact, and I've said this before, Candleman, I hold no post-secondary degrees whatsoever. If you're interested in my sordid tale, it goes as follows. I did pretty well in high school, though not as well as I could have. I started smoking weed and became a general deviant in my last year, so I kinda screwed myself. Nevertheless, I managed to get into a university. I took the concurrent education program to be a teacher. After squeaking through my first year, I dropped down to a Bachelor of Arts with no specialty, and then flunked out. I wasn't ready for it, and I didn't know what I wanted out of life yet, but it's still largely my own fault, and I own that. I worked steadily for a couple of years, then when my workplace went under, I applied to a community college for computer programming. I enjoyed this a lot more, and even retained a lot of what I learned. However, I still wasn't very motivated, nor had I shaken my bad habits yet. I dropped out after another 2 years, one away from finishing that time. Since then, I've had a number of jobs. While I've largely shaped up and improved myself, I still had an attitude for a lot of them, and this got me in trouble. I finally settled into flooring, and hopefully I can stick with this one until I invent something better. You know, that thing you're watching right now. Now, this guy I've been naming, he's difficult to put a label to. He's not a fan of them. He hasn't outwardly said that he's a flat earther, but he sure acts like one. He's picked up a lot of their buzzwords, and he has similar knee-jerk reactions to certain statements. In particular, he's taken issue with me over this mental illness series. He feels that I am making bold claims that I am not qualified to, and that I'm some kind of fraudulent con artist who's pulling the wool over your eyes. Careful, everyone. Candleman Smith says I'm a snake. But here you go, buddy. Video evidence of me admitting my ignorance. Here's the timestamp if you forgot where it was, or if you weren't paying attention. Now, here's the two problems I've got with you, Candleman. First, you refuse to admit when you're wrong. I have objectively debunked the things you've said to me on numerous occasions, and you simply divert or move past it. This is troubling. A moving target is hard to hit. If you try to confront an issue head-on, a person who wants to manipulate you will do their best to sidestep the issue. Evading a matter of central concern is a great way not only to dodge responsibility, but also keep the light of illumination from shining on the behavior needing attention. Oh, by the way, those weren't my words. They were the words of Dr. George Simon, PhD in clinical psychology and a specialization in disturbances of personality and character. Candleman has repeatedly evaded the times he's been wrong, and just one example went as follows. He asked if I supported the censorship of Flat Earth and other conspiracies on social media platforms. I said, and I quote, though I can't find the thread anymore, I don't know what happened to it, "No, censorship implies martyrdom," and I stand by that. Candleman's response was to call me a hypocrite, and once I managed to get it out of him, his reasoning why was this. I make bold claims like Flat Earth is a cult and its believers are mentally ill. However, I don't want it censored out of existence, therefore I am a hypocrite. Of course, the problem with this is what my counter to him was. Just because you're deluded doesn't mean you should have your freedom of speech taken away. Another statement I stand by. At this point, Candleman immediately switched to whining that I had labeled him as a flat earther when he makes no claims to being one. And I think he didn't quite understand my use of the words you and your.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
In our latest little excursion, Candleman has repeatedly diverted away from, or outright ignored my acknowledgement that my videos are not made professionally, continuing with his rational hatred of me and his accusations that I am somehow a fraud. He's been a hard fish to keep on the hook, but he won't be pulling this shit on me anymore. Today is Candleman's Judgment Day. The tactic of diversion often goes hand in hand with evasion. Sometimes, when you try to pin down someone intent on manipulating you, they'll effectively change the subject, focusing attention on some other related or even tangential issue. This emotional sleight of hand is an effective way to keep attention focused on almost anything else but the matter which has been raised. Many times, attention is shifted toward the person trying to bring a problem with the behavior to light, thus effectively not only throwing that person on the defensive, but also prompting them to lose focus and become derailed in their pursuit of their own agenda. Thanks, Dr. Simon. The other aspect of Candleman's behavior that bothers me is his unrelenting hostility. He is always angry, spiteful, insulting, and dismissive. You see, the thing is, I'm a pretty calm and rational person in general. At least I am now. I think a portion of my channel's popularity has been due to my relatively friendly demeanor towards flat earthers. I don't rant and rave about how stupid they are endlessly. I don't call them hateful things. I don't outwardly insult them, and I don't make accusations toward them. Why? Because I'm trying to focus on the issues at hand. I'm trying to focus on objective facts and verifiable science. Those are the things I consider to be important when it comes to flat Earth. I don't like emotional arguments, and much like partisan politics, tensions run high in this skeptic community. So I try. Oh Lord, I try. To carry on. Oh, wait, sorry. I try to stay level-headed, as best I can. Candleman, however, shit, the things he said to me are just vile, though also incredibly stupid. Let's just read through a few of his more memorable moments and make a few comments about them.
You're a one-dimensional person who cannot comprehend the concept of a questioning mind.
You don't have questions, you just want to argue, which you've made quite clear.
You're kind of like those radicals who scream racist when you simply question their religion.
Christianity is shit, Islam is shit, Judaism is shit. Those are not ranked in their order of damage to the world.
Look at how stupid the flat earthers are. They are mentally ill. Honestly, people like you who use it as a weapon of ridicule boil my piss.
Never had boiling piss before, Candleman. Sounds uncomfortable. Get that looked at. Second, I would like you to substantiate your claim. Show me, with a video link and timestamp, when I have ridiculed mental illness on my channel. Go right the fuck ahead. I'll wait.
Wow. I've really gotten under your skin, haven't I?
No.
Vicious bullies like you should always be challenged. You're not the puppet master here.
The hell I'm not. Show me a time I've bullied anyone. Once again, I'll wait.
You can't ignore me because you know I have a point.
Would you mind making it at some point in time?
You are a lying, fraudulent piece of garbage. And no, you are not the puppet master.
He said, his thumb in his ass to stop him from producing evidence.
I just don't think scum like you should ever get the last word. And I won't.
Are you challenging me?
Now off you go and beat up your wife and grandchildren, you lowlife.
Oh, that's good. Alright, enough poking fun at Candleman. Just to prove I'm not a bully, I'd like to say this to my fans. When he comments, don't be mean to him. Don't call him names. Just ask him questions the way I do. Try to keep him on point. He's a wily one, but I have faith in him yet. Anyway, you've been proven wrong about everything so far, Candlesmith, and since I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, see previous videos or that timestamp again, would you mind extending me the same courtesy? This doesn't have to be so hateful. This doesn't have to be a war with words. All I want to do is sit and have a conversation with you, brother. But with you, it's let us sit upon the ground and tell sad tales of the death of kings. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. If you want to support me further, consider donating on Patreon or purchasing some of my work through Amazon or Teespring. Thank you, and I'll see you over the curve, Space Cowboys.
lived there, on the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam, in a vast cosmic arena.